You may remember this heartwarming story of a Good Samaritan, but as it turns out, it was all a lie. You're watching What's Trending. I'm Martine Bierman. Make sure to subscribe for more social media and news stories daily. The story is kind of sucky, but it also has a good ending, so stick with us here. A viral GoFundMe campaign has exposed 3 criminals who tricked donors into donating more than $400,000. That's a lot of dollars. And a lot of trickery. Shame on you. It's trickery. You thought you'd get away with it, but no. We will not stand for trickery here. New Jersey resident Kate McClure claimed this man, Johnny Bobbitt, used his last $20 to help her get gas after her car had broken down. She and her boyfriend then started a GoFundMe campaign to help this Good Samaritan get off the street. Which, when I read this, I thought this was the coolest thing. Like, so awesome, amazing story, totally warmed my heart. And then, okay, because they were doing something really nice, things went viral and now have gotten progressively more complicated. In August, Bobbitt accused the couple of withholding funds. So, just to go back here, Bobbitt is the homeless man, and the couple was saying that they were holding on to the money for him to keep it safe because he was back on drugs and they were concerned that he was then going to use the money for that. But the couple was busted by police in November. Burlington County prosecutor Scott Kufina said the entire campaign was predicated on a lie. Less than an hour after the GoFundMe campaign went live, McClure, in a text exchange with a friend, stated that the story about Bobbitt assisting her was fake. The text apparently said, okay, so wait, the gas part is completely made up, but the guy isn't. I had to make something up to make people feel bad, so shush about the made up stuff. Okay, I'm not at all about the criminal activity stuff. Not in me so much. But these people have clearly not watched CSI or done any research on any crimes that were ever committed. You do not leave a paper trail. And even though your cell phone is not technically paper, it's an even better trail than paper because it's out there in the cloud. Hello. This is the part that has me happy, is that GoFundMe, who has cooperated in the investigation, has agreed to give 14,000 people their money back. Firstly, to those 14,000 people out there, I just want to say how incredible I think you guys are for wanting to donate and make somebody else's life better. I hope that the situation like this doesn't make you not want to do that in the future. These are a couple of bad eggs, and I hope that they've not spoiled it for every other good deed you could possibly do. GoFundMe said, while this type of behavior by an individual is extremely rare, it's unacceptable and clearly it has consequences. Committing fraud, whether it takes place on or offline, is against the law. We are fully cooperating and assisting law enforcement officials to recover every dollar withdrawn by Ms. McClure and Mr. D'Amico. So what actually happened to all of that really heartfelt donation money? The $400,000 that I was telling you guys about.
And it's gone.
The couple allegedly spent it on things that they otherwise would not have been able to afford. Check out these awesome vacation pics and this sweet trip to Vegas. They also bought a BMW and surprise, surprise, well, at least they paid back debt, but they had debt which they paid to their relatives in the amount of around $9,000. And if somebody had been borrowing massive amounts of money from you over time or even over a short period of time, don't you think that maybe the family members would have been a little suspicious when they come back and they're like, here's $9,000. Hey, Mom and Dad, I just raised $400,000 for a homeless man, and then I bought myself a BMW, and here's $9,000. Maybe? Where would that all have come from? Just the other nice people who are like, oh, you did a nice thing for someone else, so we're gonna pay you for that. No, not a thing. What they take, almost 100%. They gave the man $75,000. What is that? They gave him, how much did they take? Yeah, if they didn't, seriously, they would have happily taken $400,000 from this man if they didn't have to give him $75,000 to try and keep him quiet. But this isn't like an agency situation. You don't get a cut of what you earn for this person by doing a good deed. No. And we know that all this stuff is true because they surrendered to the police. And they went on vacation, and they publicized that vacation, and they bought a really nice car, and they gave away a lot of money. It's a very bizarre thing to happen had you not just gotten a whole bunch of money. Worst criminals ever. All of their new shiny toys and possessions were seized by the police, rightfully so. And those pricey handbags, well, they now belong to this guy. So what do you guys think about these people having stolen all this money? And would it make you less likely to donate to a GoFundMe in the future? Let us know in the comments, and for more trends, head to whatstrending.com.